Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 3 in this series between Remind and Lucifer. I am Crota giving you the shoutcast as we see Lucifer spawning as the gray undead on the top right of Echo Isle. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom left, we see Remind spawning as the red Night Elf. Red versus gray, Night Elf versus Undead as we go into the final game of this series, all tied up at 1 game apiece. What will we see from Remind? What will we see from Lucifer? Perhaps very similar openings and strategies as we normally do, as we already see the Ancient of War coming across down over here. Now, first thing I want to say is thank you to all of those of you guys who have supported me on Patreon. I know I sent a letter to everyone who's currently supporting me, but I once more wanted to say thank you to those specifically who has, down across over here, lost myself for a second, who have supported me on Patreon. Now, back down over here, we can see that the Death Knight is now making its way over with those couple of ghouls. You can see that there is also no unholy aura coming across. For those of you guys who do want to support me on Patreon or do a one-time support as well, I'll leave my PayPal and Patreon link in the description of this video. It does cost a little bit of money on my part in order to get everything done there, as we see a Death Coil steal that final bit of experience there. Beautifully done by Lucifer as we come across here. All right, Null Poacher gonna go ahead and get taken down here as the Death Knight already stolen a little bit of experience, and that is 40 experience that the Warden could have had. Meanwhile, Ancient of War getting aggroed here. Skeletal minions also getting in some attacks as the Ancient of War now looking to back off. Very interesting strategy this time around, and I like the choice of Lucifer to not go for Unholy Aura because of the smaller size of this map, Echo Isle. The Death Knight opted to say, you know what, I can still use Death Coil and still be very effective. Interestingly enough, though, the Warden is now going to turn around and have to try and get away. This is perhaps one of those situations where you actually wished you did have Unholy Aura so you could chase down that Warden. Alright, Warden may end up getting stuck if it is not careful. No, able to break free once more. There is Dust of Appearance. No, absolutely no Unholy Aura makes it so that that Death Knight is unable to surround with just the sheer mass number of ghouls. Back down across over here, you can see a little bit of damage, but the Forest Troll Berserker and the Troll Shadow Priest were hired by Remind. A little bit of a glass cannon there. Forest Troll Berserker, 28 to 37 damage. Very high damage indeed. Twice the effectiveness as an archer, and it still attacks, I believe, fairly quickly. All right, back across over here. Warden going after some of those ghouls. Ghoul is going to turn around and get in some damage onto this Warden. Warden has to be extremely careful. Cannot afford to try and run around or do any strange tactics here. It does have a Staff of Teleportation, so gonna at least absorb a bit of damage. There's the surround. Where's the Staff of Teleportation? It's got to be used, but that is going to be absorbing a fair amount of damage before the teleport does go off. Warden, now sitting at level 2, has a Circlet of Nobility and going to finish off that creep camp. Death Knight, on the other hand, going to pick up the Forest Troll Berserker creep camp here and go after these remaining units, hoping to get to level 2. A 5/4/4 creep camp will definitely get you to level 2 as long as you have only one hero, and that is exactly what we're seeing here, as this will unlock Unholy Aura, making things a little bit more difficult for Remind. Getting to level 2, extremely important. Picking up Sentry Wards, also having Boots of Speed, that is going to be extremely helpful as well. Dust of Appearance and Sentry Wards will be able to reveal any of those shadow melding archers. Archers love to shadow meld, perhaps try and spring a trap, but not going to be able to happen this time yet, as we now see an Ancient of War down across over here. Skeletal minions now trying to run back here as we see the Death Knight going after the Ogre Magi creep camp. All right, Quick and Snare going down onto some of the units here. Ogre Magi going to get cleared up in just a second. There it goes. Picks up Claws of Attack +6. Another very useful item for that Death Knight, as he is now upwards of, 33 damage here, as the Naga Sea Witch now going to be joining in with the remainder of the units. Now, Remind has two options at this point. He can either go solo Warden, or he could perhaps add a Panda to this Warden and hope to finish it off with Breath of Fire, Fan of Knives. Now, solo Warden is generally the more popular strategy since that level 6 ability does come off so strong. Warden with maxed out mana and perhaps Fan of Knives may be able to blink, no, I believe it's actually Shadow Strike, be able to blink inside here and cause significant problems. Alright, there is some damage. Alright, there's some damage onto some of those ghouls. Ghouls now taking 30 damage a second. There's a Death Coil as the ghoul is still trying to get away. Is it going to be able to do exactly that? It does get taken down. And this is all important because the Black Citadel is still currently under upgrades. Alright, are we going to perhaps see a Shadow Strike? Yes, Shadow Strike there. Death Coil at the last moment saves it. Staff of Teleportation gets him away, and he will be able to perhaps heal back up down to 177 hit points as we see him drop the Circuit of Nobility, attempt to heal back up, and then perhaps get back into full as well. Warden now sitting at level 3. Meanwhile, down across over here, there goes the mage there. Are we going to pick up that Pendant of Energy, and how much stronger is that Warden going to be with an additional 150 mana, 465 top mana on a Warden? That is absolutely scary, as that Warden will be able to cast spells just pretty much all day long. Circlet of Nobility also in play as well. Let's take a look down across over here. There goes another unit, as the Null Poacher will be falling as an addition to this one. Plus 12 attack on that Naga Sea Witch, and this is before the Lich is going to even join in and grab that Orb of Corruption. Archer is now looking to come across over here. Nightcrawler now coming in. A lot of damage coming in. There goes one Tome of Knowledge being picked up here, as the Murlocs are going to end up falling. Murloc Huntsman, both of them engaging level 4 now on the Warden, as the Warden should try to get to level 5 before really looking to engage. Level 3 Fan of Knives will shut down much of the Undead army at this stage, as normally when you do have obsidian statues, you are going for a wider army as opposed to very beefy single units. You're going to see a lot of Crypt Fiends, a lot of ghouls, perhaps some obsidian statues as well, but the Warden has not used Fan of Knives as of yet. There's a Death Coil, and there, as the Death Coil is still causing a lot of havoc onto poor unsuspecting ghouls. Alright, a little bit of slow poison coming in as well. Shadow Strike now coming in onto the Death Knight. A bit of slow poison continuing to add, as there goes one of those ghouls. Ghouls still taking damage over time. Let's take a look. A Shadow Strike now coming in. There is a Roar coming in as well, as the Roar from the Druid of the Claw going to finish off much of the problems here, as we now see a single Murloc run all the way back. Tome of Intelligence. That Warden apparently does not need an additional 15 mana. Or better mana regeneration, as the Warden's still walking around back and forth. Alright, there you go. Ghoul getting caught out of position. Death Knight looks like he actually grabbed the mana Tome of Intelligence there, as we are still looking at the big fight. Alright, let's take a look. Down goes, down goes a Ghoul and a Bear. Not a good trade for the Bear, but a beautiful Fan of Knives hitting multiple units. Alright, Dryad still looking to engage. Warden sitting at level 4 it had Rejuvenation, still going after the Death Knight now, as we are still looking at a tremendous amount of damage. Alright, Fan of Knives, is it going to take down the one Death Knight? Death Knight does get taken down, and Remind sitting at level 5. Warden, that level 5 Warden should be able to cause a lot of problems. Are we going to perhaps see some more a Shadow Strike, as we see a beautiful Fan of Knives taking down another unit there? Alright, that is going to be it. Remind taking this series 2-1. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this game and this series. Don't forget to like, and if you do choose to support me, and for all of you guys who have already supported me through Patreon and PayPal, thank you. Had to renew my XSplit license in addition to still saving up for a new computer so that I can, well, stream and do local recording at the same time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.